Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to give you the details of our latest acquisition, 1957 Chevy convertible, fuel injected. All the details in a short time. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest addition to our inventory, which is well over 100 right now, a 1957 Chevy Bel Air convertible with fuel injection. Oh my goodness, what a neat combination. I'll tell you what, 1957, this is a pretty darn special car, needless to say. Now you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start. We're going to do a walk around, give you a lot more of those little details that you always like to see with the Ellingson videos that we do here. But yes, you can also click on the link in the description and that will take you right to our website, and our website is www.ellingsonmotorcars.com, and that will give you all the pricing, more information on the car, plus have access to our close to 100 plus vehicles that are currently in inventory, cars from the 1920s all the way up into the 2000s and beyond. So if you're looking for your first classic collectible or your 100th, odds are Ellingson Motorcars may have it sitting right on our sales floor, and it could be in your garage. Well, let's get into the details of this. Really, probably one of the most iconic Chevrolet Tri-Fives, the last year, of course, for the Tri-Fives, Chevrolets ever produced. More people know or recognize a 57 Chevrolet than almost any other model that they ever came out with. Now, in 57, of course, they were jumped up from the 265 to the 283 engine, and in this case, they actually even added the fuel injection. First year for Chevrolet for the Rochester Ramjet fuel injection on their proverbial one of their greatest V8s they ever had, and it's sitting right under the hood of this car. Imperial Ivory, what a great color. I mean, this is really a beautiful car all the way around. That color just makes the chrome just stand out, and the chrome on this car is exceptionally nice. I also love the two bullets on the hoods. You know, as a kid, one of my favorite things to look out over hoods and you pretend you're flying an airplane or something and shooting the oncoming cars for whatever we did as kids. One of the things I know I did. The other thing that this car came with, when you back in the in the 50s, when you ordered a car, you had to check off the boxes of all the things that you wanted. Obviously, someone checked off that they wanted the fuel injection, they wanted the V8, they wanted power steering, power brakes, power top, of course, on a convertible, but they also got the full wheel covers with the spinner hubcaps, the wide white wall tires. Now here's a big improvement probably on this car versus what it came out with in 1957. You've got radial tires being much more dependable, much more resilient, gives for a better ride, safety. Everything about radial tires is a vast improvement on these old cars. I always say that's one of the first things you're ever going to do when you get an old car is make sure you got good tires, because that's one of those important things for safety and whatnot. Plus looks, I mean, that is just great looking deal. Love, they always have, like you said, right on the fender. You pulled up next to this guy, the stoplight, and you'd had to take a second thought if you were going to think you're going to race this guy, because you go, ooh, probably not going to do that. Yeah, you have to look under the hood. Nice details, fuel injection unit, looks really good under the hood. Love the gold trim on the Bel Airs like this, just really nice. And then you go to the inside, beautiful correct interior, the silver with red interior, red carpets. Nice thing about this particular car, no one has ever really butchered it up. You know what I mean by that? They start hacking out different radios, they start doing things and whatever. This is exactly the way it came in 1957. Looks like it even has its original AM radio, and one of those accessories that you don't see very often, the chrome-plated Kleenex box that's under the dash. Someone said, what is that? No, that's a Kleenex box. You know, just one of those things that someone decided to check off when they did the car. They did the dual outside mirrors, the dual antennas, of course, dual exhaust as well. No, I'm just looking at the inside of the car. Very, very nice condition. You know, power top, of course. Very, very nice to have. You have a flip of a switch and that top goes up. in the event that you got caught by a surprising rain shower that you weren't planning on. They also look like they put front seat belts in it. Just another option that really was, something nice to do later on. Wasn't required, of course, until 1966 for all American-made cars, but they happen to have those in this one. I just love the fact, too, that you've got a big trunk on a car like this. I mean, it's got enough room in the trunk for at least 2 sets of golf clubs, so when you go to the club, you can bring someone with you just to smile and wave, drive down the road. Now you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Leave us a like, give us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much. You also get lots of pleasure of getting the information. This car, our current inventory, and actually some of our cars that we've sold over the last several years are also out on those sites. If you got time to look at that stuff, there's some pretty interesting cars we've had go through the sales floor here at Ellingson's. No, 57 Chevrolet. Probably one of those cars that, like I said, is in movies, you see it everywhere, whatnot, but you're saying, you know, Scott, I love the videos, they're great, I love all the details, it really is nice to hear them start. Those are true cold starts, whatever, when we do these. So you know that's the way it starts and runs. But you can say, I'm gonna come down, I gotta look at it in person, be our guest. We are open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5, and Saturdays 10 to 4 as well, for those of you who want to come down and look at it in person. Now you can also give us a call at 763-428-7337, and we will all do our very best to answer any and all questions you may have on this car or any of our other inventory. And I've always recommended, whenever you buy a car, I don't care if you buy a Chevy or a Ford or a Hudson or a Studebaker or whatever it is, whatever market is that's your heart's content, join a local club that specializes in those cars. Join the National Tri-Five Chevy Club if you own a car like this, simply because it's good camaraderie. They always have interesting articles. You get some friends out of the deal. Not a bad thing to have with the old car world. Now you say, I live in California. How am I going to get this car out there? You guys are in Minnesota. We can certainly assist you with shipping to any place in the United States, or for that matter, any place in the world. Well, I want to finance this car, but my local bank doesn't do anything. We have several sources we can lead you to as well that specialize in the collector car world, which it's a big market right now. And these are just things for memories, and you know, it's a good investment, but it's also good for memories. I mean, everyone has seen a 57 Chevy someplace, or grandpa had one, uncle had one, my dad did, or whatever. Or you've wanted one yourself for all these years, and now it's time for you to get your dream car. Could be this one sitting right here on the sales floor. Well, we thank you again for watching our videos. We appreciate it very much. Hope you enjoyed as much as I do doing them, because I actually do like to do them. And they just bring back lots and lots of memories for me as well. So we will see you next time at EllingsonMotorcars.com.